Mkize, and this is Career Connect. We're continuing our conversation speaking about vision boards, why they're important, and why seeing what you want to accomplish can actually help you get there. So I want to know from you, Lilian, as an employer, what do I do, and should I be considering letting my staff create vision boards? And once they bring them to me, what do I do with it?
I think this is a challenge to all employers in terms of, especially when they are employing young people, because they have the capacity to do it, and I think it's important for everybody who's an employer to understand that they need to empower young people as far as their vision is concerned. So they need to encourage them, or they need to have interventions, they need to have, programs where they actually motivate, inspire young people to be able to help them in achieving their dreams. So vision boards, definitely, it's not a thing that happens, within, because people are chasing paper, people are chasing money, people are chasing, profits. So sometimes they do not have time for young people. But this is an HR function that, when you bring in young people, I think it's important for any employer to be able to help these young people to achieve their goals.
And how do we change that mindset when corporates is running after shareholder investments and making sure they're making more profits versus taking the time to...
That's a very difficult one. That's a very difficult one. But I think as a young person also, you need to understand that you need to create a relationship with the authority that you have, your boss. You need to create that environment so that he can become an enabler to you. So it's your prerogative to actually understand that I need to create a relationship with my boss so that I'll be able to share my vision and then find ways and means where he can actually become a mentor and being able to help you. But I know they might not have time, but to be quite honest with you, your attitude, says a lot. Yeah, it makes a difference, the way you work with him or her, and the way you do things with that person. So you need to be able to understand that as a young person, you are the one that is going to create that environment, that you make him your mentor, you make him your enabler. And, I term this in my space that, you are sort of like serving, your boss. And once you have that attitude of actually serving that boss, then you find that he wants to empower you, or she wants to empower you, because they see that there is a need and they see that hunger in you. But it doesn't really happen where employers...
So if you ask, the potential for it is there. Adrian, as a young person, would you be comfortable sharing your goals with other people? I think a lot of times young people kind of want to keep things to themselves and then be successful overnight.
Just in case
just in case somebody sabotages you, or in case nothing happens. How do you feel about having a vision board for everyone to see?
Personally, I'd go for that. I feel that if everyone is open with each other and we can all discuss our visions, we can all help each other reach our goals together. And the other nice thing is that it helps you understand your colleagues and your employers, and then the employers can understand the staff at a more intimate level, and that will also help in the work environment.
Sure, it helps everybody be productive, helps everybody interested. Do you think young people who are just learning how to do their job, getting comfortable in the work environment, who care about receiving their salary, do you think they actually have the time to stop and care how their peers are going about achieving their goals?
In this day and age, I don't think you do, but unfortunately, you have to take time out of your life to just slow down and think about what you're planning, and then reflect upon yourself as well. Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking any breaks and you're just working all the time, you kind of lose track of what you're doing, and everything becomes monotonous.
And do you find that it would be helpful to have a vision board that's separate for work, or do you see everything where you work, where you play, and your family goals all integrating into the same space?
I feel it would be better to have one that integrates all together, because at the end of the day, you don't want to separate all aspects of your life, because it becomes very heavy on you as well as a person.
And is that very important, Lilian, to see everything in a holistic?
Oh, definitely. We call it the wheel of life, where you have to put all the aspects of your life. That includes your financial life, your career, where are you going, even your physical. I mean, it's not cool to just be eating amagwinya in the morning, afternoon, and, so there's a whole lot of things that you need to. So there's 6 aspects, in the wheel of life: your financial life, your career life, your social life, all those things. When you put them together, then you need to make goals that are realistic within each of those spaces. And it needs to be balanced as well, because you can't just be going to school and yet at work you're suffering in terms of... So everything needs to be put in such a way that it's balanced and it's realistic, it's attainable, it does not stress you, and then you live a happy life. And also I just want to put caution in, like he was talking about, in terms of sharing with his peers. It's all good and well to share with peers, but also sometimes you may find that, there can be a lot of discouragement in terms of young people, and you may be achieving what you have actually put on your vision board and others are not achieving it. So there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of ABCD. So you need to understand. Yeah. So that will need you to actually manage that whole situation. So I think really sharing, you can actually share with your mentors, your vision board, because you are looking for them to help you more than, you can share with your peers, but I think you share with your mentors or your bosses or people in authority because you want them to enable you.
Okay, so I have a vision for my life. I have all these dreams. I've got these pictures that I've cut out. I have a vision board. I can see it either on my phone or on my table or on my wall, wherever it is. What do I do now to actually make sure that I'm achieving these? How do I take the vision and turn it into goals and turn it into action?
Yeah, you have to put a plan. Yeah, in everything, you have to actually put a plan. You have a big picture of what you want to do. You have a big picture of what you want to have. Like I told you, I really want to buy this car and I want to buy it cash. So I have started saving just for that car, that particular thing that I want to achieve. So it's important to actually, when you have put your vision board there, it's important to go back to the table. You need to start planning. What do I do? And this is where I go back to the chunking, where you actually say, in the next 90 days, this is what I want to achieve. In the next 90 days. So you are actually progressing to that which you have actually put on the vision board. And once you do that, it's an accumulation of the things that you've put together as a plan. And you have a checklist. Did I achieve this? Why did I not achieve this? And you may not have achieved that in the first 90 days, so you then escalate it into the next 90 days. Trust me, when you are really consistent with that, you find that by the time you get to the end of the year, most of your goals you've actually, and once you do that as a young person and you do that every year, that big car that you've actually put there, you find yourself attaining it.
So how does one go about dealing with negativity? Sometimes I imagine you could look at your vision board and go, oh my goodness, that's not possible at all. How do you manage negativity or negative self-talk or negative thoughts?
I feel the best thing to do is to work in progression. Okay. So have smaller steps. So if it's a large goal, for example, becoming the CEO of a company, perhaps what you could do is work up the corporate ladder first, and then have steps in terms of where you see yourself after a year. And then, as mentioned, you can discuss it with your employers as well. And then just say, look, I'm looking... I don't know if it's the best thing to say, I'm looking to take a job next year.
But kind of nice way of saying it, I'd like to be in management.
Just to be open about it, then they can also offer advice. But then another issue that comes with that is some people may not always help you or be willing to help you with your...
And you shouldn't take it personally.
Yeah. But also, we live in a world which is unjust, and things can be said to you. So you need to find tools that will actually motivate you to attain what you want. So it's important to understand who is your greatest motivational speaker. You can listen to that every day. And some people, it's spiritual, where you go to your pastor or whoever is your spiritual person to actually go to that person. So you need to surround yourself with tools that actually help you to come out of that negativity. On your own, Siki, it's very difficult. I mean, I listen to motivational speaking every day. I have to listen for an hour. Whether it's spiritual, whether it's, I love Les Brown, so I listen to Les Brown quite a lot. So you need to find mentors that actually pick you up, in those times where things are, they are very negative, because on your own.
Yeah, even if it's not a physical mentor, just listening to stuff online, downloading stuff.
Oh, yes, and there's a lot of it. I don't know why you young people are not using it.
So, but it's commitment to being better at what it is that you want to do and the things that you want to accomplish.
Yeah, and more so in the field that you really want to be successful in. Like he wants to be, the best graphic designer, his dreams, he can put it there. But at the end of the day, he needs to also understand that he needs to read and to listen, to things that will help him to become a better graphic designer. Reading journals, understanding the the latest trends that are happening, so that he can become the best,
And that does help you create a picture on how you should move forward and build your career. It's also developing your personal life. Quickly, top 3 things on your vision board.
Wow. Let's see.
Doesn't have to be in order of importance.
Have a stable job. Save up for a new car.
Yes.
And just be happy.
And that's great, right? Happiness is a part of it. Don't forget the internal. Don't forget the internal you. Yeah.
I think my 3 things is, I'm very passionate about youth development, and definitely, I really want to, inspire as many young people as I can. And on my personal things, that car that I said I want to buy, definitely, and I want to buy it cash.
Which is important, remembering the financial goals that go with the vision.
And obviously, to really support my kids, that's on my vision board. I've put my 4 kids there, and I really want to see them progress in whatever they're doing in terms of, schooling and a better life for themselves.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And I hope that whatever's on your vision board does come to life and materializes sooner than you expect as well. But thank you so much for your time and for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. So remember, having a vision board is your commitment to yourself to make sure that you're able to realize your life goals and do better at everything that you set your mind to. So go ahead, start your vision board, put it on your phone, put it in your bedroom, wherever you can see it, and declare that positivity in your life. For more great videos, stay tuned here on Career Connect on BDTV. Till next time, thanks for watching.